All right, so I got the video up, proof we've been correct about the mark of the beast and Miami Trump connections. Your call, my hunch. I went to go do something, and then later, and I opened it, and I was like, "What did I come here for? I forgot." So I added those Trump timeline dates. But what I really went to go do was to explain to you what my friend. Remember, I told you my friend Justin told me something, and see when it took place back in 2001, in that month that comes after August and before October, on the day that comes after 10 and before 12, that had lava flowing in the basements of those two arenas for days upon days. It wouldn't go out. And there was no reason for that. They called it molten lava. Just lava down there at the basement at ground zero. And that was found. Many people collected the dust and did tests on it and found that explosive to be there. And it's also been shown to us that nuclear was involved. And of course, this is fallen angel technology, and there's no telling how they were able to really pull it off. But what I forgot to put in this one, I'll just call it Miami Trump Part 2. And what Justin had told me, he said 2/3 went down, 1/3 was left, 33%. 33 is their big number, of course. And you've got 1/3 of the fallen angels fell. So to me, it's like what it reminded me of was the Twin Towers, and the fallen angels are still standing. So when the twins go down, who's then running the earth? The fallen ones. Because the abyss will be open, because the Antichrist rises up through the abyss. Right? The beast that ascendeth out of the bottomless pit, which means the pit is open. And when the pit is opened, he rises with the spirit of Antichrist. So it's a spiritual rising, much like the spiritual baptism that sheep get. It's spiritual. He's going to get a spiritual baptism by Satan, basically. So Tower 1, clone. Tower 2, the horn, and he goes into hiding, into perdition, until he comes back when? One World Trade Tower as the Antichrist. And that, of course, gets into Revelation 17, 10, and 11. The beast that was Trump before the assassination and is not, now he's disappeared. Even he is the 8th. Well, that's when he returns as One World Trade Center and is of the 7, because it was him all along. So being that there was 1/3 up, if our hunch is correct, that this narrative, and it's an excellent narrative that they're giving, this is very planned out. So all the stuff that they're telling you makes nothing but sense. It's like, well, this was wrong and that was wrong, and that's why it happened, and this is what. Theater. I'm telling you. I guarantee you everything they're telling you was there and present and done, but why those things did what they did? Nah. No, sir. No, sirree. And Justin said 33, he said that he heard on the news 33% of the building stayed up. And that's when he knew. And I said, thank you for that. And I forgot to put it in the previous video. I went to go do it. If you'll, when you watch the other one, you see me pause and I come back and I'm there and I'm kind of dumbfounded. I'm like, I'm telling you why I put that there and that there, because I literally was like, what did I pause the video for? What did I go do? Because my mind will drift. Because my mind, when I'm doing these videos, I don't have it scripted out. I'm winging it. And sometimes I just forget what's going on. So they had fires down at the bottom that wouldn't go out either for days. And so again, same issue. So if it doesn't look like a, let's be careful. Let's don't say it, because when you say it, you can get in big trouble. Let's rewrite it here. You with me? You with me, right? Sure looked like it, didn't it? And that's a problem. Look at the explosiveness. And I know there were cars in the garage and gasoline and all that. That one stayed right up just fine. Piece of cake. And 33% of the condo collapse stayed upright. Okay. I don't know. Justin said that he 1/3 of the Miami condo stayed up. What do you call it? You can see that it's a third building. A third building. That's the east towers, because it's north, south, and east. So that's the third building. Complex has a third building east. 1/3. Now, anyway, Justin heard it on the news, and that goes with all the other numbers that relate to Donald Trump, by the way. All the other numbers that relate to Trump. So that, to me, 1/3 of the fallen angels went with Satan, or 1/3 of the angels went with Satan. 1/3 stayed up, and the other two would be represent the Twin Towers or when Trump disappears. So this is, again, hunches. I'll put this one down in the comments, the big one I just did, and love y'all very much.